But we didn't get much support back then with GCSEs. We only used to do the basic like maths and art. But I've heard since then you do all different kinds of GCSEs like English and everything like that. So I know. No.
It's okay.
What's that again?
Yeah, if you want, in your own time.
What's the question again? I'm Sophie and I'm 36. I have a language impairment. Had it since I was 3 years old. My parents noticed I wasn't talking properly or understanding language. A language impairment means sometimes you don't always understand what people have said to you, or you can't express yourself. Also, what I find hard out in public is if someone asks me a question, I may use that word all the time, but I just can't find it in my head. When I left Moore House, it was quite scary going out in that big world, because all the staff that were there understood your problems and all your friends did as well. But when you go out into the big world, no one really knows you. It's just they read a bit of paper about you, but they're not as understandable as they was at Moore House, so it was quite scary. When I left Moore House, I attended the local college. Most of the people that were on the course were people who needed extra support because they didn't work hard in their exams. And I was there because I had SLI, and I did get bullied because my confidence wasn't great. It obviously showed. One of the boys at college said to me that he was going to set fire to my house, and that if you see me outside your house with a petrol tank, you best get worried. And I just remember back then I never had anyone talk to me like that when I was at Moore House. I didn't even know people could say things like that. At the moment I am an early years practitioner. I'm qualified as well. I've got a level 3 in early years. I work in a room with children aged 0 to 2.5, and some of the children have got special needs, cerebral palsy, and some children are fed food tubes into their nose and into their tummies. So yeah, it's quite a rewarding job. There is a lot of children there with language impairments, so I can pick up usually on some children who don't always understand, so I think they're understanding very well, and I tend to pick it up more before other people do. So yeah, it's nice to know that I can support other people as well with the same condition. The hardest part about my job is probably when we do courses. I sit there and listen, but to me it's like a foreign language. Everyone else is sitting there listening and saying how much help it's been to them. But when I sit there, I just only take little bits in, and I can't take it in and understand, so that's really hard. I'm told at work that I need to talk more in meetings and courses, but it's just not me. I won't ever change. That's what I find hard. So I do try and talk more in courses and meetings, but it's something I find really hard. Yeah, it's hard to observe people, and then hard to get down on the paper what I've just seen, or if I haven't had time to write it down there and then, I try and keep it in my head, but then I just forget because I have a bad short-term memory. The paperwork side of things are really hard. You have to write observations on the children, you have to write reports, and someone with SLI, that doesn't come very naturally, it's quite hard. People at work have said if you ever need support, just come and ask. I'm happy. I'm happy most of the time, but my SLI does bring me down, my confidence and anxiety. So yeah, I do have my down days, but yeah, I'm quite happy where I am. I just want to make a point of saying really that SLI doesn't stop at childhood, it carries on to adulthood. Things can be improved, but we still have problems as adults, and I don't think people realise that.